The International Space Station, also referred to as the ISS, is a space station used by several countries. The ISS is a place where all countries can come together to research space. The ISS crew travels in the same spacecraft to get there. The ISS is a symbol of international partnership. How did it become one, and what is the effect it has here on Earth? The precursor to the International Space Station was the Mir and Apollo-Soyuz programs. The Mir space station, originally launched by Russia, was later part of the Shuttle Mir program. Fire aboard the Mir space station brought the two nations closer than ever. The Mir space station inspired the International Space Station. The Apollo-Soyuz program, on the other hand, was just some small dockings between Soyuz and Apollo. Building the ISS was also an international project. Many countries integrated several designs, and they all had to do their part in making the International Space Station possible. Something new was partly inspired by the ISS. Drum roll. Space law. Space law was partly inspired by several nations' interest to use space to launch weapons, but it became so much more when so many people from so many different countries were living together in space. The United States' main obligation in building the ISS was to launch parts of the International Space Station into space with the Revolutionary Space Shuttle. The International Space Station is used for research, and all of the modules are shared between nations. The ISS is used in 6-week periods. A Soyuz is used to transport astronauts to the ISS. Missions to the ISS are called expeditions. Astronauts going to the ISS come from several different nations. The Soyuz, a Russian-built rocket, is now taking the role of transporting astronauts to the International Space Station. The Soyuz is a lifeboat on the International Space Station. The Space Shuttle used to transport astronauts to and from the space station. However, in 2011, when the shuttle program ended, the Soyuz took its place, in addition to being a lifeboat. The American astronauts were taught how to fly the Soyuz by the Russians. This showed diplomacy between the two countries. The Space Shuttle is now out of commission, but played a major role in building the International Space Station. It also transported astronauts to the International Space Station before the year of 2011. The manipulator in the Space Shuttle was built by a Canadian company. The Space Shuttle is the only reusable orbital vehicle to the date. The ISCEG is an organization made up of 14 independent space agencies. ISCEG was founded when a global interest in space exploration arose. It gives nations a chance to cooperate in space and share knowledge. Of space, of course. So in the end, the answer is that the International Space Station does in fact improve relationships through the cultural understanding it provides and mutual assistance that countries give each other to assist in the exploration of space.